Throughout the 1970s and 80s, one name was synonymous with video games. That name was Atari. The Atari VCS, released in 1977 and later renamed the Atari 2600, had over 1,000 games made for it. Now, this was the early days of gaming, so there were a lot of weird experimental titles released. And today, we're going to look at one of them. This is Fast Food for the Atari 2600. Fast Food was released for the Atari VCS by Telesys in 1982. In this game, you are Mighty Mouth, a mouth floating through the blackness of Atari space, eating food. Your goal is to get as fat as possible. No, I'm not making that up. You do this by eating food that's flying at you rather quickly, gaining points or calories for each item you eat. Of course, the more terrible the food, the more points the food's worth, so eat those burgers up. The one item you want to avoid are the purple pickles. Now, I don't know about you, but if I ever ran into a purple pickle, I sure wouldn't eat it. Of course, I don't like normal green pickles, so that's really not important. At the end of each phase of gameplay, the game lets you know that you're getting fatter, and then continues at a faster pace. The food will come in 3 rows, and only one food item will display on each row, so there will only be at most 3 items flying towards you at a time. However, the speed the food flies at can only be described as insane. This will continue on and on until you eat 7 purple pickles, which results in one of the best game overs in video game history. Now, honestly, this is one of my favorite games for the 2600. The premise is absurd and hilarious. The game doesn't really take itself seriously. The gameplay itself is fast with solid controls over Mighty Mouth. But the graphics are only okay. The food looks like what it's supposed to, and the animation on Mighty Mouth is nice, but there isn't much else going on. It's really just a normal black background. In the end, I think this is one of the more fun and underrated titles for the 2600. It's a good bit of fun and certainly unique, but it doesn't change much, only growing faster each round. Really isn't much else to say about Fast Food, so give it a shot if you get a chance.